Alright, so by the time this video goes live, it will have been my last day at Google. And why? Why, Andreas, would anyone leave a six-figure job at Google with all these amazing perks? The free food, the nap room, gym on site, pool on site. Well, let me tell you exactly why. I've narrowed it down to two main areas and that's enough to make a very interesting video. Number one is about not working for money, but also focusing on personal growth. And area number two is with regards to lifestyle. And this is a really enticing part of the video. I will talk about how I spoke to a lot of founders here and saw different lifestyles that really got my gears turning and got me thinking about what type of life I wanted for myself in the future. But let's get right into it with step number one. Do not work for money. You also have to work for self-development. And I've been at Google here for 1.5 years now. And in that time, I've been able to become an expert in Google Ads. Everything from measurement to bidding strategy to campaign optimization with swapping out assets. And that's amazing. And Google pays you very well. In my case, my OTE, so the target salary as a salesperson in Google Ads, will be 98,000 euros. Not really 100k, but with the little bit of equity that is also part of the compensation package is pushed above 100k. So that's all fantastic. Very good salary. But you can't only look at money. You also have to look at self-development. And in my case, I like to do sales. I really love it. And what would happen if I try to switch to another company in the future? Well, Google uses a lot of internal systems. I will do just one example on this. For example, they have their own CRM system. And if I stay very long, then the whole world moves from Salesforce Classic to Salesforce Lightning, and I'm stuck in the past. And it will be a lot of cases just like this for a ton of different areas where all the systems are internal and they're just using internal systems. Whereas in the other companies that I've been at, it's been the standard ones, the big companies that you buy from, the licensing, etc. So that's one reason. And then also with regards to sales skills, the actual sales skill, it's Google, so 100% of my accounts were buying customers. There were no new logo acquisitions in my case, no hunting, no going out, getting a contract, getting it signed. It was just a lot of customer success in that case. I would call it more than sales. And sales is a skill that needs maintaining, the prospecting, all this kind of stuff. I really don't want to fall behind on this because it ties into my life plan, as we will hear in part number 2 here, to be able to set up a certain lifestyle for myself. And in that case, I will need my own business, and sales will be a super important part of this. All right, part number 2, lifestyle. So I work with the ad sales, as I said earlier. And who are the customers? Well, the customers are, in a lot of cases, extremely successful founders. I would speak to C-level or just a founder. They would have made maybe an e-commerce company in some cases, or they make some sort of lead generation engine, and just a lot of different companies with young founders. And you speak to the founder, he or she is at an airport enjoying themselves, and on the next meeting they're in another country, and the person you're speaking to is in Bali enjoying the nice weather. They can work from anywhere. They have had this work that supports their lifestyle, so they're location independent. I remember speaking to a founder taking his whole family on a great vacation in Africa, and that really gets my gears turning because I'm sitting here in this office looking out at a clouded sky with a little bit of rain just sprinkling down on my face on my way back home from the 9 to 5 grind. And I realized that by choosing a different life path, by trying to create something for myself, I have the opportunity to get this lifestyle that I've been able to take a peek into. And I've heard a lot of stories from the founders now about how they succeeded and how they managed to found the business and what they focused on. That was important because, you know, really important to get to know the KPIs and figure out what's important for the person running the business. So just a ton of knowledge into the setup, and I really feel like the own company route, it's not an unknown path now anymore. It's not having to reinvent the wheel. It's a path that quite a few people have walked on. It's just a slightly less walked path, although it's there nonetheless, and I can see it clearly for my inner eye. And in my case, right now, after leaving Google, I will have another fantastic job lined up, but I will also have the opportunity to try to do a little bit of a side hustle and try to pitch companies in Sweden on having me managing their Google Ads accounts. And I think that would be a tremendously fun opportunity to try, with everything from getting billing in order to being able to do longer projects in the Google Ads accounts. For example, one thing that I would love to do for companies that can distinguish between the value of leads. They have a clear system in place. For example, maybe they're doing some sort of loan and they value large personal loans a lot more than small personal loans. Well, I would try to set up the tags in a way to capture this and then base the bidding so that it's value based, and that the system is trying harder to acquire these leads for larger loans than smaller loans. Just these type of more complex projects that will really drive a lot of value for businesses. I think that that would be an amazing opportunity to try as a side hustle, and time will tell if I succeed or if I fail in this endeavor, but at least I've been true to myself and I've dared to walk out on a path less stepped upon, and just taking a shot at upgrading that lifestyle to an amazing one that I've been seeing for such a long time in the office from the founders and all these fantastically smart people that run and create their own business. Alright, that's been it for this video, talking about why I left a six-figure job at Google. And as I like to end my videos with, I hope you make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.